Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And today is time for one of my favorite things. I haven't done one of these in a while, and it's going to be Goodnotes versus Jnotes. Now this is coming on the tail end of me finding out that Goodnotes has actually released their Android beta version, and it's no good. We're not going to get into the features on that. It's still in early access. There's so much to be done, but I wanted to compare these two because they're soon going to be on the same platform, and I really do believe they're almost the exact same app. There are some very noticeable differences, but there are some extreme similarities between these two apps. Now, I am not going to be doing a TouchNotes versus Jnotes until Jnotes releases more updates. The only reason is because in my eyes, as it stands, even though TouchNotes lacks in customer service and backup as far as like syncing and stuff like that, when you're looking at overall features, I do believe that TouchNotes is better than Jnotes. But I just personally, because I run a business and I recommend these apps to you all, I like to be able to recommend something that I can trust. I can't trust TouchNotes, so I don't recommend them. But Jnotes has been very cooperative, super easy to communicate with, very nice people. I am very pleased with working with them. So I'm gonna compare them with Goodnotes. We're gonna go ahead and start. If you've never seen the series before, I always start kind of on the outside unless I feel like the apps are just not comparable on the outside. But I do think these are fairly similar. So of course you have the add button. So when you go into Goodnotes, you can do a notebook. They have a new feature called Study Set, which I believe is like flashcards. You can do a folder, image, you can scan documents, take photo, import, or do a quick note. Now, when you click on Jnotes, it's not as many things, but you get some similarities, right? So you can do a notebook, which is the add note function. It just functions as both. So let's click on that and look at what the similarities are with that. So there we go. I mean, need I say, look, should I even say anything? What I will say though is, and let me check first before I assume. Let's see, have they done anything different? Yeah, I think I can go ahead and make this assumption. So with Jnotes, you can have planner templates in here, and they have a couple of different options. They actually have more options as far as the paper templates, and you can also change the color by clicking here. White, beige, or dark, where it's the same as Goodnotes actually. It already comes in it though, so you wouldn't pick it, you would just choose from the three instead of doing it, which I think both is efficient. One takes up less space though, which would be this one. If you clicked on an error book and you chose to do it in beige, then it automatically changes all of that to beige, whereas they're taking up more space. It's kind of a tricky thing. I think they're kind of making it feel like you have more options, but really you're just seeing the same thing in different color variations. Oh, they do have planner stuff, see? Never mind. So they have a monthly planner. They've got some planner items here. Let's look at their planner stuff. So looks like they've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they have a total of 7. So you're getting one more planner template as far as that's concerned. All right. Well, since we're going to be comparing them, let's see if we can find one that's similar. They've got a weekly, a yearly. Let's see what they've got. They've got a to-dos list. They've got a weekly one, so let's do a weekly planner. Let's do theirs, and let's do theirs in beige. So for our covers, they're calling it brushes, or, oh wait, no, that's the covers. That's the cover title. Let's pick a cover from Goodnotes first. It's always so weird trying to work with two devices, and then I'm not left-handed. Let's go with the patterns down here at the bottom, and let's do the flowers. I think that's very pretty, and let's just call this test 1, and hit create. And while that's creating, which won't take long at all, we'll go ahead and do Jnotes. We'll pick a cover. They don't have as many options, I don't think. you can, oh, that's mine. That's my cover, so we're not going to count that in here. Oh, they do have some decent options. So they have general, they have festival, which is cute. Look at these little characters here. They've got some color. Ooh, they've got little food ones. Okay, so this is new to me. I actually never have paid attention to these covers over here. So these are actually really cute. And then they've got illustration. I think I skipped art, so we got to go back one. Those are cute little illustrations. Art, and yeah, that's it. I think I want to go with the food, and I think I want to go with this little one here, and we're just gonna, oops, I forgot to name it, but whatever. You can name it just like in Goodnotes. And so both of these take you directly to the second page, but here we are at the front cover of these, and we're looking at our little thing here. I'm gonna close out the tab. We'll talk about tabs in a minute, but let's talk about the top bars here. So first and foremost, let's look at the blue. Let me change the color of the top bar here so we can actually see the difference, so you guys can know what's going on. So I'm gonna go over here, and the title bar, we're just gonna color it, let's color it blue as well. The same, almost similar blue as Goodnotes, kind of, that's a little bit brighter, but I think that's the best we're gonna get. Okay, so it's almost the same. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away by how similar. I've always said it's similar, but it's just crazy to see it. So of course there's this top bar here with like my stuff up here, like the date and stuff. On my Samsung tablet I have it where it doesn't show that, so we're just gonna ignore that. But the squares are the same. So we have the little square function. You can change this, I believe, in settings. Let me see here. Let's go here. And let's see. That's my little Airwick. You guys are seeing me do this in real time. I was hoping that they would have the settings, and I'm sure you can make it where these show up on the side. I'm positive there's a way to do so. I'm just not sure where it is, because we have the status bar on. We know those are on things. Tool position at the top. I know I've seen people do it where you can put it to the side, the bottom, which I personally don't like. Prefer it at the top. We know that that's the scrolling direction, which we prefer to swipe. Auto advance, lumino object selection. I don't know where we would get the settings for this. I wish we could almost kind of have it over here, but neither here nor there. I guess that's kind of one of those things. I know with Jnotes you can change that. So with the squares, we're gonna press them. I haven't changed mine in here, so I guess that works. But anyways, so in here we have the same things. Thumbnails, bookmark, outline. Except here you're gonna get more options. These options are available in Goodnotes, they just have it in a different location. So you can insert a blank page, you can copy, you can merge, you can export, and you can delete. And to do that, you would just click more options, and then you would be able to select one of those things. Which I think is really convenient to have it all kind of in one space, but that's just my opinion. With Goodnotes over here, oh, never mind, it shows up here. You can copy, rotate, export, mark as seen. What does that mean? I'm wondering if it means that you can mark the paper and then show it as seen. Let's try that out really quick just to test it out. So let's take our pen and let's just do it like that and go back in here, hit select, and okay, now that option is not available. Interesting. Let's just delete it. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's okay. We're not going into the nitty-gritty of all the details. I tell you what, if my freaking, this is my S6 Lite tablet over here, and if it does not stop going to sleep, I tell you what. Okay, so anyways, we have the bookmark function next, which Goodnotes has their bookmark function over here. So it's just in a different location, but you can do the same thing. To add a page, they're the same looking icon. So the add a page is here, the add a page is here, and when you click it, you can choose from the templates. Same thing here, you can do before, after, and you can click on more paper templates and it'll allow you to select from the ones that you saw before. So there's that. Let's see here. This is the function that is like a snapshot for Jnotes. So if I wanted to get a picture of this and I hit check mark, I'll hit start recording and it's going to give me a picture of that. Goodnotes has the same thing. You'll just kind of forget how to do it. You guys are going to be annoyed with me. Look, I don't use my iPad on a regular, so whenever I do these, I am really just playing around. Take screenshot, here's the square, and then you'll go in here to the share button and hit copy, and then you'll go here and hit paste. So obviously the Jnotes one is easier, but they both do the same thing. They accomplish the same task. So that's how you'll get those white blocks to cover images, or if you want to, like if you're planning and you don't remember what you have going on for a certain day, that's a great way to take a picture of like a previous thing or something, I don't know. All right, so the next thing is gonna be the search, which both of them have the search function in it. You will just type in what you're searching for. Now with Goodnotes, you'll just search it and it'll pull up everything in that particular category. So if you're searching hand and you have handwritten document, it's going to show up here. Whereas here you can look through your text, you can look through handwrite, bookmarks, as far as like you labeling off your bookmarks, or your outlines, which is a little bit more and diverse, but I think you're essentially going to get the same thing from Goodnotes. It's just that it doesn't have it where you select those options. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's see here. Now with Goodnotes, you cannot change the color of this, which is definitely something that I think that they should add, because it's fun to be able to customize your thingy. And now we're going to be going into a territory where I don't believe Goodnotes has this, but you can kind of, I think, change, I'm sure in the settings of your iPad you can change this, but if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, excuse me. But the eyeball, not the eyeball, excuse me, the little, what do you call it? Not this. Yes, in the sleeve picture, you can change from dark mode, and you can also do, let me click it carefully. It's so weird doing this with my left hand. Of course, you can go back into classic. And then from here, you can also do your color bars, which you saw we did earlier. And then there's a thing called eye care, which allows you to change, like if I'm recording, okay. Why is it, oop, hold on. Why is it, oh, because I'm in, hold on you guys. I gotta change it back. I clicked the finger on accident. I'm not using my finger. It's still not letting me move. Oh, there we go. So if I'm in reading mode, or if I'm in recording mode, which we're currently doing, maybe I'll leave that on. You have outdoor mode, and you have night mode, which changes it up to that. I think I'm gonna leave it in recording mode though. Maybe, no, that's not fair. We're not gonna do that, we're not gonna do that. All right, so that's an option that Goodnotes does not have, that Jnotes does have. Switch hands so I don't mess up. So now we're gonna move on to the little 3 dots situation. Now, I wanna mention this because this is more or less something that's going to be a little bit too different and you might miss it. Both of them have it where you can have multiple tabs open. So with this one, say if I wanna have my planner and that unnamed document, I'll just hit open at the bottom. Now, if you're vertical, you could do it open to the right or the left, but I like that they give it to you where you can do it top or bottom. That's really convenient considering that we're working in a vertical. Now with Goodnotes, it's not gonna work like that. What you're going to do is you're gonna click at the top, and this is more of an OS function. You can open and split, and then you'll just go into Goodnotes and open again, and it'll give you this. I don't believe that Goodnotes has allowed you to basically, hold on, let me stop that and start it over. Sorry about that, you guys. It's probably gonna be a weird skip there. But anyways, I don't believe that Goodnotes is going to allow you to do it where it's vertical like this. Yeah, I don't think it'll allow you to do that, which to me, I mean, Jnotes wins in that department for me, because this is way more comfortable than this weird situation, because then you end up where you've got to have things much smaller. I mean, look at that. Especially if you have a vertical planner. I wonder, yeah, they don't let you do it. Okay, we're gonna close that out. Now, that was split screen. It allows you to have two tabs open, but not the same tabs open in the same like thingy, where like you see we can click between these two. So let's go ahead and close this out. We can click between the notes up here at the tabs. You can do the same thing in Goodnotes. So say if I have this open, now I can switch between those two. Now, this is more of a glitch than an actual feature. I'm going to show you how to do it in Goodnotes. This is not a glitch, but on the Jnotes on the Samsung tablet, it is a glitch, but it allows you to do the same thing. So let me show you. So, like I showed you before, to do the split view with Goodnotes, especially if you use sticker sheets, this is very convenient for you, because of course you can have the same document open at once, but it allows you to have two Goodnotes open. Now with Jnotes, I don't think this was intentional. This just so happens to happen if you do this. So let's go in and let me see. I forget how I did it last time, but it definitely works. Oh, I am not liking this little bar situation. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's gonna do that. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna go into our keyboard and we're going to click on something that's not supported in here. So let's go to GIFs, and this tablet I haven't really set up, so let's just do this one and hit continue, and let's put a GIF on here. It's not gonna let me do it. You see it doesn't support it. However, now we have two Jnotes open. So you can open in split screen view, and then boom, now you have two Jnotes open. So it does the same thing, and then because Samsung Notes is amazing, you can put it on top and bottom, whereas, not Samsung Notes, Samsung tablets are amazing with that update that allows you to have the top and the bottom. Goodnotes does not let you do that, but I mean, it's a toss-up. I don't know, whatever. That function is available on both apps. It's just that, like I said, Jnotes is probably more of a glitch because you kind of have to do something to get it to happen, whereas Goodnotes just allows you to do it, which is really nice and be naturally. Okay, so this is gonna be a long video, you guys. It's a lot of features, but I mean, if you're curious to see how they're similar, then this will be good for you. Now, this next feature, Goodnotes I don't believe has, which is allowing you to write with your finger, but I think the settings you can probably turn off your Apple Pencil. I'm not sure. I don't think that that's what it's going to do, but with this Jnotes you can use your finger at that point when you turn on the finger function, and it'll allow you to do all of this with your finger in case you don't have a stylus or your stylus so happens to break. Then you have another option to allow you to do your planning. So there's that. Now the next thing is going to be reading mode. Both of them do reading mode in order for you to click around the device. Of course, neither of these has hyperlinks, but let's just pretend they do. This will allow you to get around the device without accidentally clicking anything. Both of them do it where you swipe. Oh my God. Not as well, apparently. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on, y'all. What in the world? All right. Y'all see this battle? Jnotes, if y'all watching this, look at this. I'm fighting. All right, let's see how Goodnotes does it, which we already know it's not going to be as hard. Yes. Boom. What the world, Jnotes? What's happening? Is it because I have two of you open? Let's see. No. Maybe I have to be in this mode. No. All right, let's just, oh Lord. Y'all look, it was adding pages. I added 36. Never mind, y'all, ignore me. That was just me. So now we have 36 pages. I guess you just don't see it add itself. That's really interesting. Well, that's something to pay attention to. Because look at how many of these I added. Good Lord. My bad. Y'all know me, don't play. Look, you know how it is. Anyways, let's get out of reading mode and go back into editing mode. Wrong freaking thingamajig. It's just weird trying to, okay, anyways. So we know what the 3 dots over here have. You see which page you're on, you can copy a page, you can rotate this page, which is really nice. You can add this page to your outline, change templates, go to page, clear page, move page to trash. You can show resolve comments as far as like maybe if there was something going on with your settings. Scrolling direction, stylus and palm rejection as far as like your writing posture and stuff like that. And then document editing, which we looked at earlier. Now if you click on the 3 dots here, you're going to get something very similar. You get the name of the document, you get to see which page you're on, you can delete a page, clear a page, you can go to a page, which is very similar. Change template is called replace the template on here. You can add an outline, you can merge documents, which is the same thing as, it's not going to be called merge documents on here. You can, let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna have to go here to do it, I believe. You hit the add and then you'll hit import. Whereas here, it'll be a merging situation, but let me check to see if you can import anything. Yeah, no. You're gonna merge documents on here, whereas like I said, you'll import on here. So it's very similar. You can also do your pen settings in here too. You'll just go to more settings, and it'll allow you to do things. Now, if you are using Jnotes on a regular like me and you were wondering how to get your page view thingy, page preview thing on the side, you'll go to page preview, and instead of aerial view, you'll just go to side view, and we like it on the left. And so now instead of the squares, we have this situation here. So it'll be off to the side instead of floating over the whole document, which I personally do prefer. I don't know that Goodnotes has that feature, but if you use Goodnotes, please tell me, how do I move these squares to where when I click on it, it goes to the sidebar instead of the floating over the document piece. All right, y'all. These apps, this is why to me Jnotes is so good, because it is very comparable to Goodnotes. It's more comparable to Goodnotes than a lot of the other apps that people use on Samsung tablets, which is why I've stuck with it, because it's so similar. And Goodnotes, though I have my gripes with it, it's very comfortable and easy to digital plan in, and that's how I feel about Jnotes. There are some differences. Both of them have a feature that's missing that makes planning easy that one doesn't have. So one of the biggest gripes, we'll get into the toolbar, it's so similar it's almost a waste of time, but we're going to talk about it in a minute. So one of the things that Goodnotes has over Jnotes is obviously you can add your own stickers, right? Which is no big deal. We use Samsung Notes over here for our stickers, so we don't care. But it's definitely going to be that you can resize multiple things at once. Jnotes will not let you do that. The thing that you'll have to do is you'll have to zoom in very closely, and I can't I can't go into my Samsung Notes right now. I have some new products, but you'll have to zoom in very closely like this and then drag stickers in, because it'll make the sticker small for you already versus you having to resize it. Now, I have been nagging them about this feature because I'm like, dude, come on now. If I'm bringing in multiple elements, I do not want to have to try to slowly resize them. And then of course, this is a great way to get around that, but I mean, you shouldn't have to do that. Now, this is my gripe with Goodnotes. Goodnotes has been out for so long. And yes, I understand that if you use the OS, you can do the color dropper and get whatever color. But it would be so much easier if it were already in the app. Nobody has time to be sitting up here messing with hex codes. I'm just like, Goodnotes, can we not get a color dropper? You know, that's where I feel like Jnotes is amazing. Yeah, they gave you the new little update where you can add more colors up here, but who cares about that if you can't do a color dropper? You can do the color dropper. You can do it across the screen, which we know we love. Absolutely amazing. You can check mark it, collect it, and you're good to go. And then don't even get me started on a pen case. All of my favorite things over here that I like to use in a little pen case. Can't do that in Goodnotes. Yes, you can save favorites or use favorites or whatever the case may be. I know that you can do it with your your fonts or whatever the case may be. But still, look, still, I just, you know, give me a pen case. Now, let's see, because I honestly don't know. They don't even tell you the percentage of the zoom here, but what I will say is that Goodnotes has the zoom writing function, which if you have really bad handwriting, this will be a great function for you, because obviously it's easier to control your handwriting if you can zoom in. Jnotes only zooms into 400, and there is no zoom to right feature as of right now, but Jnotes is still growing. It's more than likely going to add it soon. Goodnotes is still growing as well, so we're not even going to go there. All right, the pen function. So very similar. You got your ballpoint pen. You can add to pen box with Goodnotes. I mean, you can't, but whatever. They do give you a brush pen, a fountain pen, and a ball pen. Here you get the ballpoint pen, and then you get something that does have pressure sensitivity. So it's more than likely going to be closer to a fountain pen, not a brush pen. Of course, you get the highlighter on both apps. So, I mean, they both, you know, offer kind of the same things. You get the straight line drawing, and then, of course, Goodnotes automatically goes to the bottom display, whereas with Jnotes, you can control whether or not you want it to be at the bottom or the top, which is an extra feature that Goodnotes does not have. The eraser is the same. You get the precision eraser on Goodnotes. Here it's called Object Eraser, and it allows you to control the pressure sensitivity. You can erase highlighter only, same thing here. Both of these apps allow you to clear the page. This just has it in multiple locations. It's over here and over here, whereas Jnotes only has it in the 3-dot mirror. And then of course you have the pixel eraser, which allows you to do the precision. So, I mean, you're getting the same thing basically. The lasso tool is very similar. The lasso tool allows you to lasso only handwriting, images, text box, comments, and then here you're going to get handwriting, mark pen, graphics, photo, which will be your stickers, and then your text box. Now what I will say is with Goodnotes, you're only getting this lasso tool. With the Jnotes, you're getting the lasso tool and you're getting the selection tool where it's a square. I wish you could change the way that this is, like instead of doing a circle all the time, if you could do like a full drag and select, that would be nice, but they don't have that. The picture tool is the same. You click something, you'll get your pictures to pop up, which I'm not going to show you guys my pictures right now because like I said, I'm working on products and I don't want to give away all of my stuff. All right, and then text is very similar, except text, bringing in text on an iPad, excuse me, is through the system itself. So you will have to download the font through your settings on your actual tablet, and then it'll show up across the apps, which in that sense, it is kind of convenient if you're using all Apple apps. Shrug shoulders. I personally like the text function here because I can bring in 9 fonts at a time and it populates all of my fonts to one place. So if I tap my pen on the text thingy here and I click here and I hit import, every font that I've ever downloaded on my tablet will populate here, and I can bring them in 9 at a time, which to me is very nice versus downloading another app, which is called Any Font, and I think there's another one, downloading or installing the font, then to get it to your, I think it's called like something profile, then to like, you know, it's just too many steps for me, and I wish it was different. Now the shapes tool is kind of the same. Where is the shapes tool? There it is. You're gonna draw something and it's gonna give you a shape. So let's go here. I didn't turn it on. Let's erase that and let's try that again. All right, shapes tool. Boom. Let's make sure that's on. Let's make sure we've got a color you can see. Shapes tool, not even on. I'm tripping. Oh, it's already on a color. Okay, let's erase this. Yes, I could totally have used the object eraser, but I drew an oval. Anyways, you see it's the same. It fills in the shape. So like if you wanted to do that little handy dandy trick that people like to do on the iPad, hold on. Let me, how do I, this is a graphic. There we go, delete. So if you wanted to like do the shape tool, It's not as neat, granted. But yeah, it doesn't work the same. Never mind. I mean, it's not going to give you a horrible result. I would say just take the pen thickness down. So like take the line weight down all the way. And let's try that again. Let's try to be precise. It's so hard to do it from this particular angle with this other device in the way, but I'll show you what I'm trying to do. So on Goodnotes, which I think Goodnotes is better at doing this, I mean, we can kind of see that already. If I wanted to highlight this area, y'all, tell me to stop playing. Okay, here we go. If I wanted to highlight this section of time, or whatever this is supposed to be, it's janky, but anyways, if I backspace, it'll leave the shadow of color there. If you can kind of see that. Yeah, it'll leave the shadow of color there, which is good for time blocking. But I mean, you know, everyone doesn't do time blocking, so I guess that's not really a make or break, but that's definitely, I think, up in the air. Now, when you click on the shapes tool on Goodnotes, you're not gonna get any shapes. You have to draw, excuse me, you have to draw them. Whereas on Jnotes, if you swipe, you actually do get shapes. So if you suck at drawing shapes, or you're having a hard time with focusing your hand, then you can do it. So you can draw a circle, you can draw a square or a rectangle, you can draw a triangle, you can kind of like stretch it or wiggle it or whatever. One of my favorite shapes that they let you do, it's not really a shape, but I like using it, especially if I'm studying, is like these dotted lines. They have one that has the little squiggles. So if you wanted to make some squiggles, that's really cool. Like, I wish that Goodnotes shapes tool had more to it, but that's just kind of how those two work. I'm sorry this video is long. These apps are really good. This is why I recommend Jnotes so much. You guys see how comparable it is, right? You're not missing out on much. The record function is the same. If you hit here, of course, I haven't allowed that, but same thing. It'll allow you to record while you're doing your notes, which is nice. Both of these apps have that function. I know you need the permission. Oh, no. But yeah, anyways. Next is gonna be elements. Now, Jnotes gives you stickers, and you can't add stickers yet. I have talked to them about this, and they did inform me of something, so I'm not gonna say much more on it, but just know that it's coming. Now, with Goodnotes, you can add your own stuff. You can even have your stickers in split screen so you can see better, which is obviously really nice. But I like to use Samsung Notes for my stickers, so I'm not really bothered by this at all. But that's how theirs work. It has a laser pointer function, but I mean, I don't really use that for digital planning, so I really honestly couldn't care less. I think that, yeah, Goodnotes has the same thing. So they both have the little laser situation, and it also allows you to control the sizing of your little pointer thingy. So that's essentially the apps. Those are the apps. What do you guys think? Is it not the exact same app? I will say this, both of them have some features outside here that are gonna vary. Like things like the little study set note situation, where they both have some similarities, they both have some really cool differences. So if you go over into settings over here and you go to to-do list, you can have a synced to-do list that will sync across your devices. So if I put these here, and then I go over into my other tablet, which is my S7 FE, which I'm trying to open up right now. Let me show you all. It'll have the same stuff. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Yep. So you're gonna have the same to-dos on both of your apps. So if you're huge on to-do lists, then that's gonna be a great feature for you to use. But anyways, like I said, both of these apps have different things. Which one do you think was better based on what you prefer in an app? I will say that neither one of these apps have the layering tool. I get asked about layering so much. Both of these do the same thing. It's gonna be a cut and paste situation. Cut it to put it on the top. So cut it, paste it. If it's behind something that you don't want it to be behind, you need to be in the image tool, select it, and paste it. I've done it so many times, but both of these apps do that same thing. So if that irritates you and you need layering, these apps are not going to be for you because they don't have it. Another thing, Jnotes has hyperlinking. Goodnotes does not have hyperlinking. They allow you to link to websites, but you cannot link within the document as of yet. Remember, Goodnotes will be on Android and it is already in beta testing. It's not good right now, but I just wanted to show you so that you can see that you can kind of already use Goodnotes on your tablet if you want to, Jnotes. Check it out. Hope you guys liked this video. Sorry if it was kind of long to you, but if you were ever curious about how Jnotes stood up to Goodnotes, here it is. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!